Hi guys, it's Sunday, August 28th, 2016, and I'm here to do my August WIP update. August was less crazy than July. My mom got moved out of her old place, got moved into a new apartment, so she's settling in over there, and, I've been over there a few times, helping her with various things. It's a little farther away from me than her other place. She was living about 10 miles away from me, and now she's about 30 miles away. So, and my brother, she lives not too far from my brother. So, I'm kind of down here by myself now. Not real excited about that, but I'll probably survive. So, I guess August was a little bit better of a stitching month than July, but it wasn't great. So I'll show you what I have. I have a little bit of stash, a little bit of random stuff. So here we go. Last month, one of the things that I worked on was this Paris kit by Artiste that I bought at the Hobby Lobby. I was kind of thinking that I would finish it this month, but I didn't. I did make some progress. I got the tower mostly done. I still have a couple of bands of cross stitch that I have to do on it. There's some cross stitch in these bands down here. This band and that band, and then there's some cross stitch at the feet, and then the border. I'm not sure. I know last month I was talking about I was going to maybe change the wording a little bit. I still might. I'm still not really sure what I'm going to do about that. I might just do it the way that it's charted. Yeah, I still don't know. But there's where I got on it. I filled it. I finished the whole tower. And I just got to fill in the little cross stitch bits and do the border. So I'm not really that far from being finished. So there's that. And then, Blackbird Hummingbird. I haven't made a ton of progress on this. This is my work project. And this month, it seems like I haven't been at work a whole lot. I've been taking out days here and there to help my mom. I went for my job interview. We'll talk about that later. I've been going out to lunch a lot, which I don't usually do. And so I haven't been working on it very many days. There's just been other things going on. I haven't been stitching at lunch very much, but I did make some progress. Which way's up? I guess this way's up. Okay. So I did make some progress, and I filled in this leaf here, and I filled in this leaf here, and that leaf there, and you can see I've started on this leaf, but I haven't finished it. And that's really all I've done, is I've just filled in a few of the leaves. Got a few more to go, you can see there, and the stem. And so it's coming along slowly, but it's coming along. So there's a Blackbird Hummingbird. And this month I did get back to Simple Life Sampler. So here's where I am on Simple Life Sampler. And I'm going to fold this in half this way so I can show you. I finished... What am I doing wrong here? I finished... See, I did the white in the church, in the front of the church, and the house, and the steeple of the church. Remember I had pulled out all this green here because I had made a mistake. So I put all that back in. I finished this band down here, the 746 band under the letter here. And then I started on, you can't really see it, but I started on the sky up here. So I've got all the sky in between the edge and the steeple of the church. There's one more color that has the little dots. I think it's like a brown or like a rust color or some color. But there's little dots that I haven't put in. But I'm going to finish the other side of the sky first, and then I'll put those in all at the same time. So I've made some progress on it. I think next I'm going to put in some border. I think I'm going to put in the border along the edge here and put in the border under the scene and finish up this little bit of border that's missing from right here. And then I'll go back. I'm kind of burned out on 746. So I think I'm going to do some blue for a while, and then I'll go back and finish the sky. And then after that, all that's really left is there's a row of quilt squares on the top and on the bottom, and some more border stuff. I gotta backstitch the scene, and then I'll be done. So I'm not really that far away from finishing, but this project and the Blackwork Hummingbird, they both feel like they're just taking forever to make any progress on them. And part of it is because I've been busy and I haven't had a lot of stitching time. But I'm a little frustrated because I remember back in March I had said I wanted to have them both done by June 30th. And here we are going into September and I still haven't finished either one of them. Haven't finished Mains of the Seasons either. Haven't even touched Mains of the Seasons since May, I think. I don't even know when it was that I touched Mains of the Seasons last. So, yeah. A little frustrated that these things aren't moving along a little faster. But I'm still plugging away. So that's really all that I've worked on. I didn't get back to my New York ornament. Didn't get to Mains of the Seasons. Didn't start anything. Didn't really buy a lot. I bought a little bit. I'll show you what I got. But yeah, that's really all I did. So my mom moved. And so I was at her house, her old house, helping her pack. And my uncle was like, "Hey, if I give you this, will you finish it by Christmas for me?" And I was like, "Okay." And remember back in, maybe it was my March video, and I was talking about how I had sort of stolen the Ohio map chart away from my mom, and that I knew she wasn't going to miss it because she hadn't stitched since before I was born. Well, what my uncle gave me was the project that she was stitching on. And I remember having tried to get this project away from her when I was a teenager and she wouldn't give it to me. Well, my uncle gave it to me. And it's a needlepoint project. And it is the American Eagle, Bicentennial of America, 1776 to 1976. And it is not even started. I thought it was started, but it's, yeah, not started. So I don't really know that I'm going to get this done by Christmas, but I have the project. And all the yarn, and what's this? Instructions. Is there anything else in here? I don't think there's a chart or anything because the canvas is printed. So I got that. Maybe that'll go into my WIPs for next year. And then I used to participate in this website called Swagbucks. And it's basically a vehicle for people to advertise to you, and they give you points for watching these ads and for taking these surveys and doing these other things that are they're vehicles for advertising. And and then you can redeem those points for gift cards or for music or for whatever they have in the reward store. And I used to do it very actively, and I stopped doing it a few years ago, and they send me emails saying, hey, we missed you, come back. I'm not coming back. So they sent me this email that had some semblance of a threat. I don't know if it was real or if it was fake, but it came across to me like, hey, if you don't do something, we're gonna close out your account, you're gonna lose your points. And I thought, well, let me go ahead and redeem my points. So I had enough points that I got a $50 gift card to PayPal and a $25 gift card to Amazon. So my $50 gift card to PayPal, of course, is handy for stitching stuff because you can use it anywhere that accepts PayPal. And so I was looking around 123 Stitch and looking around the different websites. And then I thought, well, PayPal is this is free money. This is gift money. So maybe I'll use it for something that I don't do very often, which is order from so-and-so. And so I went to so-and-so, and I started looking through my wish list and thinking about, what can I order from so-and-so that I can't get in America, or that I don't buy in America, because so-and-so has a lot of things that are either not sold or they're very expensive if you buy them in America. They're very expensive if you order them from so-and-so from America too, but so I started thinking about Jane Nutley Mayhew, and I thought, well, let me see if they have her books. And they didn't have the books, but they have them as downloads, which I didn't know. Did you know that? Because I didn't know that. You can go to so-and-so and you can download Jane Nutley Mayhew's Jungle Book and her Safari book. And so I jumped right on that, and I downloaded the Jungle Book. I've been looking for the Jungle Book because the pattern that I want in particular is in that book. And I don't have, of course I downloaded the book, I don't have an image to show you, but Carolyn Mazzio did walkthroughs of both books, or flip-throughs of both books, so I will link both her videos below. So I got the pattern that I wanted, and I kitted it up. The pattern that I've been looking for, either in the book or in the magazine that it appeared in, is... Oh, come on, I know I printed it. Here it is. Is her Hyacinth Macaw pattern. So I printed that right out, and I'm actually a little frustrated and a little bit disappointed in the book, in the ebook, because I think that the ebook is just a scan of the paper book. So if you go and you put it into a PDF reader, it doesn't really enlarge. Like if it was made as a PDF and it was made to be used as an electronic chart, it doesn't really enlarge as well. Like if you enlarge it, the symbols get blurry, and so I'm having a really hard time with it. And then the squares, I'm going to show you the chart here, but I'll hold it back here. If you can do anything with that, good luck. The squares are very small, and the symbols are very small, and if you enlarge them, they get blurry, and it's a color chart. And so I'm really kind of frustrated with it. I was all set to start it. I was all gung-ho to start it, and I'm really frustrated because I can't figure out how to make the chart easy to use. So, because if you enlarge it, it gets blurry. It's too small to read as it is. The color, I don't like the color chart. The color the colors are very close together. I don't know. I'm just not finding it very easy to use. But I did buy all the floss, and I did find a fabric in my stash to use that's big enough. And it's this blue, it's this blue and white cloud kind of print, hand-dyed. And I have no idea what this is. I don't know where I got it from. I was trying to think, where did I get it from? There's not very many hand dyers that I have bought from. So I'm thinking that, actually I'm thinking because it doesn't have a tag on it, that I may have bought it from somebody on Stash and Load. Because I don't take the tags off my fabric, and most businesses like Picture This Plus and Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie and them put tags on their fabric to tell you what count it is, what kind of fabric it is, what colorway it is. And this doesn't have any tags on it, so I'm thinking that maybe I bought it from Stash and Load. I don't know where I got it, but it's blue and it's cloudy and it's perfect for birds. So that's what I'm going to do as soon as I can figure out how to make the chart user-friendly. So I got that. And then I got another one of my mom's moving day. Actually, I think there was a second one. I wonder what I did with the other one. I don't know what I did with the other one. There was a second one. My mom, we used to have the shop near here, that she went out of business, and she was selling a bunch of stuff, and she was selling some models, and my mom bought one of the models, which I think she gave to my aunts or something, I don't know. But, and she also had, she bought, I think, some completed Christmas ornaments that she had them tacked on a board. And she bought this kit of plastic canvas Christmas ornaments. And then these are the 12 Days of Christmas. And she also gave me, which I don't know, I thought I had it with me. I don't know what I did with it. But there was another set of ornaments that was a nativity. And it was like this. It was plastic canvas, and the pieces are pre-cut, and it's a nativity. A couple of the pieces are missing. I don't know what I did with it. But I am not likely to stitch this. So if you're interested in it, let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably going to put it up on Stash and Load. Because I'm not going to stitch it. It's not my style. It's just not going to happen. So I got that. And then I bought another bag from Nell. This time she announced it, and I happened to come across the reminder right a few hours before it was going up, or the night before it was going up. And I set my alarm. I read somewhere that people were setting alarms to remind them to go get it. I set my alarm. I went and got a project bag from Nell, and they went on sale. Because like I said in my last video, if you're not there when she puts them up, they're gone. You're not getting one. If you come in 3 hours later, you're not getting anything. So I got the next bigger size. The last time I got one, I got this one. I got the smallest size. This holds, I guess, a 6x6 Q-snap. This time I got the next bigger size. It holds an 8x8 Q-snap. And I got the patriotic print one. So I was very excited about that. In the back is the patriotic print. And this holds an 8x8 Q-snap. I don't really use Q-snaps, but this would be a good size for like holding my sampler project or my hummingbird project. It's a little more versatile size than the 6x6 Q-snap. And then I went to the Orange County Fair. and I'm a big fan of I Love Lucy. Um, when she died in 1989, they played a marathon of I Love Lucy. My mom taped it, and I used to watch those tapes over and over and over again for a long time. The tapes eventually wore out, or I don't know what happened to it, but I used to watch those tapes. They showed 18 or 20 episodes or something, and now of course it's come out on DVD, and I have the whole set on DVD. But every time I go to the fair, there's this booth that has a bunch of vintage TV merchandise. I Love Lucy and Betty Boop and I don't know, other stuff. I think they might have some stuff for the Honeymooners, and they have a bunch of TV stuff. So they had some I Love Lucy bags, like purses and dolls, and they had a makeup case. And I got one. The makeup case was a little too small for a project bag, but it was a little too big for anything else that I would use it for. It was just kind of an odd size. And so this is the one that I got, which is, I think it's like a large makeup case because it has a flat bottom here. But I'm like, I could use that as a project bag. And actually, when I got it home and I looked at it again, it's a little smaller than I had remembered, so it'll be a small project bag. So I got Lucy. Actually, now that I think about it, my gripe with the makeup case is that it was the same print, and I didn't want two in the same print. If they had had a different print that I had liked, I might have gotten both of them. They had the cartoon print of Lucy and Desi. Like, the original show opening was an animated Lucy and Desi introducing the show and then introducing their sponsor for the evening, and it would lead into a advertisement for their sponsor. The one we have in syndication with the heart, that was created later. That was created for syndication. That wasn't the original opening. So if they had had a different print, I didn't really like the cartoon print, but if they had had a print with the four friends, or if they had had a print of something different, I might have gotten it. But I just got the one bag. So I think that's what I got. I haven't been doing a lot of shopping. I have some things in my wish list on 1-2-3 Stitch that I had that money from PayPal, which I've used most of it now because I bought the book from so and so, and then I bought the bag from Nell. So that money is mostly gone. I have some left. And then I have the money from Amazon that I haven't used yet. So I've been going through different things and trying to figure out what to get. I haven't gotten anything. But now Hade is having a sale through, I think, September 2nd, 40% off at Hade. And so I've been going through my wish list there because I do have enough on my PayPal account to get one chart, maybe two. I think I might have enough for like 2 story keeps that are on sale, or one regular chart. One quick stitch maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I have enough to get something at the Hade sale. Haven't decided what I'm going to get, or if I'm going to get anything. I don't know. I guess I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with the amount of stash that I have and the amount of Hades that I have that I haven't started. And the one Hade I have started that I have, like, I barely started. I think I have 200 stitches in it. So I guess I'm feeling a little overwhelmed and feeling like I don't really need to be buying anything. I feel like I need to finish some WIPs, and I need to start on some of this other stuff that I bought. So plans for September. I'm trying to finish something. That's all I want. I want to finish something. um, yeah, I want to finish the bird or finish the sampler or something. I'd like to finish something. I'm kind of itching for a finish, and I'm kind of frustrated that these 3 projects that I've mostly been focusing on this year, I haven't really worked on very much else besides those 3 projects: the mains, the hummingbird, and the sampler. And none of them are finished yet. So I'm itching to finish something. And then I'm going to finalize my list for the Euro WIPs. I have kind of a draft, and I'm going to finalize my list for the Euro WIPs. I'll make a video about that later in the month. The Euro WIPs is an event being put on by Melanie Watkins at the Soulful Stitcher, and she started a group called Soulful Stitching Sisters, and which is hosting the Euro WIPs event. And I'm going to give a shout out to Melanie here because she has been wonderful. This group is so much fun. Melanie has so much energy and so much enthusiasm, and she has a bunch of neat ideas for SALs and for challenges and for encouraging each other and motivating each other. So if you're interested in the Euro WIPs, the details are on her channel, and I will link it below, and I will link to her group below, and I will make a video when I finalize my list. I've been kind of going back and forth with myself. I know it's kind of early. I've been kind of going back and forth with myself about what I'm going to do next year. But I think I'm going to do the Euro WIPs, and I'm going to try to clear out some of these smaller WIPs. Like Amaryllis and Bloom. You guys saw that, I think, in I think it was in June with the solstice, and they had that whip-a-thon. I think I'm going to try to finish that. I think I'm going to try to finish my Dimensions Mai and my Shabbat table topper. And I have a list of these projects they're small enough that I could finish them, but they've just been sitting around forever. Savannah is also on my list for next year. She might get pushed into 2018. I don't know what's going to happen to Savannah. Maybe I'll work on her. I don't know. So stay tuned for the Euro WIPs. Other updates. I interviewed for the job with the assessor's office at the beginning of August. Haven't heard anything yet. I don't really know how the interview went. I didn't feel great about it. I don't feel like I failed it. I feel like it could have been better. The way it works is, and what I'm waiting for is, I'm waiting for a band letter. They score you, and then they put you in a band from 1 to 5 according to your score. And theoretically, they hire from the top bands down. The top bands are usually people with veterans credits who interview well and get like above 100%. And then the top band is band 1 with the people that interviewed well, like get score between 90 and 100 or whatever it is. And theoretically, they interview from the top down. In reality, it's a lot more political than that. I've been on interviews before where it was obvious that she already knew who she was going to hire, and I was there because she needed to prove that she followed the civil service rules. And they're required to interview so many people. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm still waiting for my band letter. I don't know what they thought about the interview. Other people have told me, I've gotten offered jobs that I didn't think I interviewed that well for, so we'll see. And then this Friday, I I'm taking a written test for another job for paralegal, which is being put on by DHR, Department of Human Resources, and I think there's several departments pulling off that same list. DHR is creating a list, and there's several departments pulling off that same list, and which is a little better than when you're hiring within your own department, or when you're trying to apply within your own department, or with one department, because it's a little more blind that way. They don't know who you are. You don't have a reputation. It's a little more blind when there's more than one department pulling off the same list. So we'll see how that goes. That's on Friday. So stay tuned for that. And I think that's all. September, I hope, will be a better stitching month. My mom is all moved, and the moving truck was on Friday, and so she can pack and she can organize her place and at her own leisure. Doesn't really require too much input from me. My brother's 2 miles away if she needs something. So I'm hoping that September will be a better stitching month. I still really want to finish Mains of the Seasons this year, and I'm really running out of time. So maybe I'll get back to that. And I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys are having a great stitchy day. Bye.